Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show on Ringside Reports YouTube channel. Now, here's your host, who moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma from the East Coast, Bad Brad Berkwitt.
Hey folks, we've been on hiatus for a little while, but we're back. Forget about it. Let's talk real quick because the biggest news in boxing was Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Forget about it. But let me do a little bragging, something I don't usually do, but I'm going to do it right here, folks. Wait for it. 116, 112 had it up on Facebook before the fight started. Predicted a boring fight. The only thing that I predicted that was a little bit off, not completely, was Floyd didn't run the entire fight. I give him credit. What did you expect, folks? The ones that are talking on Facebook and talking all that garbage. Floyd has fought this way for many, many years. So what made you think that he was going to fight in a different manner in this fight? But he did give Manny Pacquiao a chance when he was in the pocket. Manny didn't take advantage of it. Rotor cuff, no rotor cuff, I don't care. It's excuses to me. Floyd's got hand problems. He's not my favorite fighter, so don't start saying I'm taking up for him, because I'm not. I just can't stand excuses. But hey, with a boxing flavor, we got a special guest today, as we always do, because they're always special to me. And we are going to start the show. So as we always do, forget about it. Come fly with me. My guest today is from Kearney, Oklahoma, and is the ABA Mid-Central Regional Super Middleweight Champion, who sports a record of 14-0 with 7 KOs. Promoter Dale Apollo Cook told me personally that he's the best prospect in Oklahoma at this time. With that said, please welcome to the show, Bo Gibbs. And he's a junior because his father is senior. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good.
Have a seat. You had a good drive over here?
Yeah, not too bad.
Now, Carney, I was teasing your father. Let's do your movie trivia. Your dad's gonna laugh. His dad's off camera, so if you hear him laugh, you know who it is. He's our live audience. I was teasing him, Carney. You know who Art Carney is?
What's that?
Art Carney, the actor, you know who that is from The Honeymooners?
No.
Yeah, it's your dad's of mine. When we used to watch it, kids and look over here. Right or wrong? Your dad knew who it was. Okay. Well, hey, first of all, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
All right, I appreciate you coming on. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk about your fight last month. Let's start out like that.
Okay.
Okay, you defended your title for the first time
Yes.
at Tulsa Celebrity Fight Night. 8-round unanimous decision. Your opponent was Zachary
Kelly.
Zachary Kelly, correct. How do you rate your performance in that fight?
A little bit average. You know, I felt like I did a lot more, but it was tricky. He was just going in there to land one lucky shot.
Okay.
He was trying to survive the whole fight, so it was best to play it safe and just outbox him for the 8 rounds, and that's what I did.
Okay. Anything lined up, or you're just in training right now?
Yeah, I'm in training right now. Dale's actually having a fight in September, but I'm looking to have one at the end of June, 1st of July. So.
Okay. Now, looking at your fight record on BoxRec, come on, update the records already. You guys know me. You used to cover me when I was in Korea. Let's get that last fight updated. Forget about it. I don't understand. I almost had to change my notes. You know, paper isn't cheap here. I had 13-0. The man's 14-0, but that fight isn't updated on the thing. And I even did a post-fight wrap-up. I gave you the results and I gave you the scores. Forget about it. But hey, looking at your fight record, it looks like you've been fighting for almost close to 4 years.
Yes.
In your opinion, with you being a pro for 4 years, do you feel you're where you want to be at this particular point in your career?
At this particular point, yes, but I'm still working on a lot. I'm just nourishing my craft and perfecting my craft and just adding tools to the toolbox.
Okay. And from what I understand, you had an amateur career, pretty extensive amateur career.
Yes.
Talk about that.
I had close to 100 amateur fights. 2010, I won the USA regional tournament, which Nationals was held in Colorado Springs that year. I also won Outstanding Boxer of the tournament. And previously in that year, I won the regional Golden Gloves and went to the National Golden Gloves in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay. Were you hanging out with Bill Clinton?
No.
No, he's from Little Rock.
No.
You weren't hanging out with the Clintons?
No.
Okay. Any names that you fought in the amateurs that turned pro that the viewers may know?
I fought Robert Brandt. He's a middleweight now, and I believe he's 14-15-0 right now.
Okay.
Craig Duncan, Christian Thomas. So
okay.
Pretty tough guys.
Okay. In your 14-fight career, who do you personally feel was your toughest opponent and why?
Probably my 11th pro fight, 10th or 11th pro fight, Codell Ford. He just had an awkward, sticky style, and that was probably my toughest fight. I wasn't in any danger at all in the fight, but just that awkward style, switching back and forth from right-handed to southpaw, moving at a lot of awkward angles. He was probably the toughest fight.
Toughest fight today?
Had, yeah.
Okay. What do you consider your best weapon in the ring?
My jab.
Okay. Which is everything's behind the jab.
Yeah,
so that's a great weapon to have.
Yes.
Okay. What was it like being at Tulsa Celebrity Fight Night with all those legends?
It was great. It was just an honor being there with guys like Tillis, who we was talking about earlier, guys like him, and it was great to be around those guys.
Now you heard who we picked there, quick. So go ahead and have Vanessa get ready. You guys get your Facebook post ready, because as soon as this goes up on YouTube, I know you guys are going to be commenting. And Quick said personally, tell the champ that that's his man, and they literally put it like an hour and a half ago on Facebook. Now, today is what's today's date? Today is May 8th.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 2 years from today in your career?
If I'm not the middleweight world champion, I'm in contention to do that. So that's the goal.
Now, you said middleweight. Do you fight both middleweight, super middleweight, or?
No, actually, this last fight was scheduled to be for the middleweight national ABA championship.
Okay.
But the day of the weigh-in, my opponent, who had an 11-week notice for the fight, back out of the fight, said he couldn't make weight.
Okay.
So we had Zachary Kelly. He took the fight on a real short notice, and that's one thing about it too. That's why I boxed the way I did. I just boxed Mark for 8 rounds because he's going in there just trying to land one shot. So I just boxed him because he was just. I didn't know anything about him coming in because I've been training for one guy for 11 weeks prior. So I just boxed him the way I did to a unanimous decision.
Now, do you fight more as a middleweight or as a super middleweight?
Getting at this point in my career as a middleweight, most of my fights have been at 168. Because in the amateurs, I fought at 178.
Really?
So yeah.
Okay.
So I moved down to 168 when I first turned pro, but now I'm getting older. I'm moving down to 160.
Okay, but you kind of vary though. Have you had any pro fights at 160 or most of them at 168?
This was actually this past fight. I weighed in at 165. I could have made 160 easily.
Okay.
I actually ate before the weigh-in because he couldn't get any lower than 168.
Okay.
So that's why I came to 160.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw out a bunch of names to you then because you're kind of in between the middleweight, super middleweight, and I want to get the first thought off your head.
Okay.
Gennady Golovkin, who, as we know, is the middleweight champion.
Yeah, he's a pressure fighter, real smart fighter, hits really hard, uses his intelligence in the ring, and that's why he is where he is.
Okay, let's talk super middleweight. Andre Ward.
Andre Ward, I've been a fan of his since I was, 16 years old. Ever since he won the 2004 gold medal, so he's way up there in my book. So I love watching him fight. I love studying his fights. So
Okay.
I think he's one of the best pound for pound.
Okay, Anthony Durrell.
I like Anthony Durrell. Was it him that fought Bedu Jack?
I think so.
Last few weeks
It
ago?
was either Anthony or his brother. One of them fought.
Yeah.
But I think
I
think one of them lost. I think we lost. I can't remember. I think he lost a decision on that one.
Yeah, Bedu Jack. Yeah.
Okay, which means he lost. If it was a title fight, he should have lost his title.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, let me update my notes on that one. Going. See, look at it, folks. I love when the guest knows it better than I do. So he was just a champion, but what do you think of him?
I think he's really good.
Okay.
He can cause problems for anybody.
Okay, and finally at super middleweight, the other champion, WBO, is Arthur Abraham. What's your thoughts on him?
He's a tough fighter. I mean, I'm not impressed with him like I'm impressed with Andre Ward, Carl Froch, or the Durrell brothers.
Okay.
At all. So.
All right.
I believe these other guys are a lot more well-rounded.
Well-rounded.
Yeah.
And I agree. Andre Ward recently signed with Jay-Z with Rock Nation. So
oh, really?
hopefully he'll finally fight because it's been like 100 years since he fought last.
Yeah.
Which it's going to be interesting to see what he has when he comes back because he's obviously going to be rusty. But he's really tough, as you said. Okay. Well, hey, folks, on that note, we're going to take a short commercial break. Health and fitness is everything in life. To achieve both, there is nothing better than a boxing regimen to get you in shape at that special boxing gym. Grimm's Gym is that special place. Located at 8010 Clifton Road in Sacramento, California. Grimm's Gym is owned and operated by Mel Walker, a trainer like no other, who will take you on a fitness journey through unconventional training methods that have yielded results for his students time and time again. So call Grimm's Gym, where there are no contracts, at 916-346-4161. Boxing fans, are you searching for a book that is timeless? A book that not only gives a fighter's perspective, but people involved in the sport and Hollywood celebrities who share their love of boxing? Then the book for you is Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime by Bad Brad Berkwitt. To order your copy in hardcover with dust jacket or paperback, go online to authorhouse.com or call 1-888-519-5121. Is your company looking to achieve more of a market share in its respective area, turning exposure into additional revenue? Well then, the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show is the place you want to spend some of your allotted advertising budget. To find out about purchasing your commercial spot on the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show, call the RSR office at 918-893-7997. All right, we're now back with Bo Gibbs Jr. Senior's over here outside the camera. Pan over to him, he's our live audience, Deb. Let him get in the shot. That's my man. Nobody responds faster, folks, on Facebook than he does. Okay, let's talk a little bit just general boxing. Who's your favorite boxer of all time and why?
That's tough to say. I watched him all the way back from Sugar Ray Robinson's days to Leonard Hagler Hearns, all the way to Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya. It'd probably have to be probably Evander Holyfield.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So.
And what's your reason? Why do you pick him?
I just like his fighting style. That's when I was younger, I tried to mimic that in and out style that he had, and just the warrior's heart that he had. He'd been in so many wars with like Riddick Bowe and guys like that, Tyson, Lewis. He's just probably one of my all-time greats.
Okay. What's your favorite fight of all time and why?
Probably Gotti Ward.
That's a great one.
They both
Trilogy.
just left it all. Yeah, they both just left it all in the ring that night.
I've had a lot of guys sit where you're sitting, pick that trilogy. Between that and the Castillo Corrales trilogy, those are two great ones. May 2nd, unless you were living under a rock, everybody knows Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't talk at the fight, but who was your prediction? What was your prediction, I should say, going into that fight?
I thought Mayweather was going to win. I was going for Pacquiao, but because I just like Pacquiao personally, but I thought Mayweather was going to win.
Okay.
He did things in there that a lot of people said he couldn't do. Like his jab, for one thing. His jab was the key for him all night. He was landing a jab against a southpaw, which a lot of right-handed fighters can't do, and he just proved how great he is.
And he's had problems with southpaws as he did with Zab Judah.
Yeah.
Gave him problems, and he's always had problems with southpaw. Were you surprised at the decision, or pretty much you had a feeling it was going to go that way?
I felt it went the way it should have.
Okay.
The scorecards.
All right. What is one thing you can share with the viewers that really isn't known about you?
I'm a father, and I have another son on the way. So
Really?
I'm a family man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. And you have one son now?
Yeah, he'll be 3 next month. And
Let me guess, is his first name Bo?
Yes.
How did I know that?
And my wife, she's expecting again in August.
Okay. How long have you been married?
3 years.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And when's the due date?
It should be August 2nd, I think.
Okay, not that far away.
Yeah.
The summer baby.
Getting close, yeah.
Okay. Who is your favorite actor?
Probably Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. In what movie?
Maybe The Departed.
Oh man, I thought you was gonna say Ted. Did you see Ted?
Yeah.
You know Ted 2 is coming out soon. I saw the
really?
trailer from it. It sounds like a little dirtier than the first one, and that was pretty off the chain. Okay, Departed was a good movie. So you DiCaprio and Matt Damon and all that. Jack Nicholson, of course, was ruthless in that movie. Okay, is that your favorite movie, or do you have a favorite movie outside of a Wahlberg one?
That's probably one of my favorites.
Favorite one? Are you a gangster guy? You like gangster movies?
Yeah, I do. Like The Godfather, Sopranos.
Ah, look at that, man of my own heart. Next, you can tell me you're a Sinatra fan?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite Sinatra song? Put you on the spot.
Unless I go to Olive Garden, I really don't listen to it.
See, there's the first. Unless he goes to Olive Garden. But that's true, folks, because you know what? They do play Frank at Olive Garden. All right. Who's your favorite singer?
Justin Bieber. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Probably,
He's funnier than me, folks. Forget about it. Go ahead.
Probably Jason Aldean or George Strait.
George Strait, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which, you don't know this, but you Google this when you go home. I'm almost 100% George Strait did a duet with Sinatra on Fly Me to the Moon. I'm almost positive, folks. If I'm wrong, somebody IM me before the show's over. I'm sure you will. Forget about it. But I'm almost positive. Fly Me to the Moon, George Strait, and I don't think it made the duets albums. I think it was one of those extras when you bought it. It was one of the extra cuts on there. What is your favorite food?
Probably anything sweet and drenched in butter. So.
Drenched in butter? Oh, okay, so I'm thinking you like some Italian food then. So you don't drench it in butter.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite word?
Amen.
Okay. Least favorite word?
Probably the F word.
Okay.
I hate that word.
Okay. Oh boy. I'm have to tone it down, huh, Dad? That's my favorite word. That's not my favorite word, but that's a word I use quite frequently. Okay, well, forget about it. That'll be the new F word for me. I'll work on that. If you could meet one person from any time in history, who would you like to meet, and what would your first question be for him?
Probably Joe Louis.
Okay, good pick. And what would you ask Joe?
How do you throw that right hand so hard?
That's with a 6-inch.
Yeah.
He was called a 6-inch, but man, he nailed it. Okay, you watch a lot of old fights. I take it on YouTube. You can learn a lot from them guys.
Oh yeah.
You can learn a lot. And finally, what is the saying you live your life by if you have one?
Don't talk about it, be about it.
There you go. It's a good one. It's the first I ever heard that one. 47 years I'm playing her. First time I heard that one. Now what I want you to do to close out is I want you to look at that camera and I want you to send out a message to your family, your friends, and all your supporters. Right there. Take a look. Go for it.
Julie, Bub, love you both. To all my sponsors, Catbox Entertainment, I appreciate you guys. Alan Green, thank you for showing me that sweetness. And to my dad, I appreciate you and love your family.
All right, folks, there you go. Doing a little promotion. You hang out with Jared Rouse. Jared does the same thing. Jared and Chavis came on the show and like that. They made sure they put their sponsors in Smart Move. See, I like the man of my own heart. See, he's from Oklahoma, but he's doing the East Coast thing because we don't use plug-in. Which, by the way, I didn't do it, but let me do it before I do my closeout. Papa Dave, zoom in on that, babe. Papa Dave's. Look, I mean, we're gonna stand up. Let's get the back of the shirt. Get the back of the shirt. I don't want to hear I didn't wear your shirt, Papa Dave. Look at that.
I forgot one sponsor.
Okay, look at the camera. Tell me sponsor.
Conviction Sports Nutrition. If you want the best supplements, check us out.
There you go. And on that note, as we always say, that's another show in the can. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad